Welcome back, everyone, to the COE 1v1 Tournament 2022. We're here with our next matchup between Bartek Numbers and angelkanna. I'm Dio. I'm back again with Miles. Finally, I cast with the same person for more than one match in a row. I get a couple of consistent matches for ourselves.
Yeah, I'm going to be in this one for the long con, I guess. 2 matches straight. We've got a very dynamic matchup ahead of us. We've got angelkanna from Germany against Bartek Numbers from Poland. I think both these players are going to be very strong on the DT maps, but I think the real battle is going to be on the other maps. So we're just going to have to see what they pick. I think Bartek is going to like Hidden and angelkanna is going to like Hard Rock. I'd like to hear what you think, Dio.
Yeah, I definitely think the Hidden and Hard Rock are pretty much decided already at this point. Bartek definitely a better reading player, a better Hidden player, but angelkanna definitely a better Hard Rock player, a better Precision player. And probably will also have a very good time with something like the Double Time 4. I think both of these players are going to end up contesting each other on maps like the Nomad 5, like in the Double Time 2 and Double Time 3 as well. So I'm looking toward the players to put up really solid scores on any of those maps to kind of make the difference, take a break point in this match. We might also see Bartek ban out some of those speed maps because he's tended to ban them out recently in tournament matches, has been a little bit less confident in the speed than he used to be in previous years. So we might end up seeing him go for bans on those maps instead. But otherwise, I think both of these players are going to end up contesting each other on the speed maps or on the maps outside Hidden and Hard Rock because those should be their free points. Those should be the points that they are guaranteed in this match and are likely the maps that we'll see protected from either of these players.
Yeah, I'm not really going to expect to see either player like opt into DT until maybe later into the match. I do definitely think that angelkanna is going to be favored on the more speed-heavy maps like the DT2, DT3, Nomad 5. And maybe Bartek will opt into those bans, but I'm really unsure if we're going to see any Nomad at all in this match. That's something that I was just thinking, except for the Nomad 5, of course.
I think that about sums up what we think about the picks for this match. What do you think about the bans for this one? Very likely to be maybe the one map left over in Hard Rock or Hidden that isn't protected between these two. We could also see Bartek protect the Nomad 6 instead of one of the Hidden maps and just bank on, of course, Kanna maybe having a worse time on that low approach rate in Nomad than on one of the Hidden 1 or Hidden 3 maps, for example.
Yeah, I definitely think Bartek is going to opt in to protect some of those gimmick maps, probably like that Nomad 6 and that Hidden 2. He's nodding at me. Yeah, he's going to do that, I think. And angelkanna is probably going to opt to protect one of the more speed-heavy maps, maybe like a Nomad 5, maybe a DT3. And I think he's going to ban probably one of those gimmick maps that is left over, maybe a Hidden 1, maybe even a Hidden 3, any of the Hiddens, honestly. But
yeah, absolutely. Well, we should have both players in the multi-lobby now, ready to go. So with that said, let's get into the roles for both of these players already. It's Bartek versus angelkanna, and we're going to get both of these players rolling the physical dice, the D100s out front. Come out and grab your dice, boys. It's time. The crowd goes wild for the D100s.
We've never seen this before.
That looks like a 5 for angelkanna. And Bartek's roll. Yeah, same box.
He rolls right into it. Is that 100?
Is that 100? That looks like 74, 45, and 100 all at the same time, but those are all bigger than 5. Bartek going to win the roll, and we'll get either first pick or first ban, either of his choices. Always kind of fun to roll the physical dice for these players. Rolling the giant D100s that are more like a golf ball than a regular die is always very fun.
Yeah, only on land. Angelkanna chants in the crowd. Germans are coming out in the crowd supporting angelkanna. Where are the Polish people? Support Bartek. Very supportive crowd here for this match. Love to see it. Only on land, right?
It's pretty clear both of these players are crowd favorites, actually. Bartek, well known in the Polish community, one of their mainstays. Same for Angelkanna. Both of these players with lots of fans and lots of friends in the crowd. So I think we're going to get a good matchup between the two of them, that's for sure. It's always fun to see so much energy in the crowd, that's for sure. In the meantime, I hope we can get some data about the protects from these players. I know in the previous match we weren't able to confirm exactly what maps were protected. We did see the bans, of course, on screen on the map pool screen. Unfortunately, it's not supported yet for protects. It's not a standard thing in a lot of tournaments. So we'll see if we get data on that from either of the players. In the meantime, waiting on this to swap over to the map pool screen. We can talk a little bit more about maybe what happens on some of the speedier picks in this map pool. I want to say that Bartek probably has more of an advantage on something like the Double Time 3 or the No Mod 5 than on the DT2. I think his long stream stamina probably loses to Kanna at this point. That's kind of my gut instinct, especially given how good he's been on super high density AR8 DTs over the years.
Yeah, I think Bartek definitely more in favor for like the older style DTs, like the DT3, as you said. But the more speed heavy ones, the more stamina heavy ones, probably going to go to Kanna. I think the most contested one is going to be DT4. Both of the players are pretty good at that type of map, so I'm going to be really hoping to see that.
It seems we might be having some technical difficulties with the screen right now. I'm not sure. We'll see if we can get it swapped over to the usual scenes or get the map pool screen going hopefully shortly for us. In the meantime, I do hear the first pick that has come through, and I believe the first pick is Hidden 1, and I can only assume that Bartek picked that. Going to be the hidden player in this matchup and going to be the one protecting and picking the hidden picks in this map pool.
Your ears don't deceive you. This is Hidden 1 being played, but we don't have any confirmation on the screen for when it will start. Technical difficulties still here. Okay, and we are back. Or not.
We are not back. Unfortunate. They are in the first map right now. There we go. We're finally into the map. There it is. All right. We get our first map between them, and kind of as expected, Bartek looking really solid in comparison. 97-98% AC to the 93% for Angelkanna is exactly what you would think would happen on this sort of map. Lots of Axel D-cell cut streams in this map that make it so difficult with Hidden to perform well on.
Both players having a lot of trouble with the beginning, neither of them having any established combo into the little jump section before the slow part. But it looks like Bartek does combo through it. Oh, but he just breaks before the slow part. About a 50k score lead going into the second half of the map. But we've still got the Ki part ahead of us. Which is going to be where we are going to be seeing the most breaks, I think.
Similar combo for both players going into the ending here, and that reset for Bartek. and negated by the miss from angelkanna. Other misses coming through for Bartek now, but angelkanna matching right afterwards. And once again, despite it being really close, 30k or less right now, Bartek still barely clinging on to the lead, making sure that he can hold on to the points.
Yeah, as the combos are equal, it will go to favor the person in the lead, but angelkanna is starting to get a combo up nearing 100. But as Bartek continues the combo, that's not going to be doing any work, and into the ending of the map, Bartek is going to be taking his first pick.
Just barely in the lead by the end of it for Bartek. 27k, the margin of difference, a very small margin of difference between the two players, but that is a successful first pick for the player in red. Bartek going to start it off 1-0 as the higher seed. Bartek is seed number 2 versus seed number 15 in angelkanna, so this is the expected start. Bartek should be able to take his first pick.
Now with the pick going back to angelkanna, I'm fully expecting to see a hard rock, as the DT1 was banned by Bartek.
You could potentially see a double time 2 actually with that in mind. DT2, another high approach rate map in double time. Very different sort of map, of course, from DT1, but does still have that high approach rate in common. But no, instead it's going to be another aim map in the pool, Hard Rock 1. Lots of focusing on awkward aim in this map. Lot of rectangular jumps and other polygonal jump shapes in this map that make it a little bit more awkward than your standard Hard Rock 1 or your standard aim map. And we should be able to get a couple of interesting scores from both of these players. I think angelkanna definitely on paper the favorite with this one. Bartek not particularly an aim player, so to speak, mostly a flowing player, stream player, and hidden reading player, whereas angelkanna more of an aim player and a hard rock player especially.
We can already see the AR-10 comfort showing for angelkanna. His accuracy is already much higher than Bartek's, as Bartek drops down to 96 at the very beginning. Angelkanna does find an early break though, as well as Bartek. Both players kind of struggling to find their foothold here. Did not really expect to see that on this pick, as we haven't really hit any of the more intense sections yet.
Yeah, much better combo right now for Bartek. angelkanna with another miss right now, not serving him well in the start of this map. You see another miss on some of the squares there for him, and Bartek now suddenly with an almost 200 combo lead, looking very, very solid, but he finds a miss of his own. Trades the miss with angelkanna though, and that keeps the score lead at around that 60-70k mark that Bartek had already built up, looking much better on this pick than I think we would have expected at the start of it.
Yeah, I think once again, this could be attributed to the laser score v2. Although angelkanna does have a 1% accuracy lead, it is not really going to be showing, because the way score v2 on laser works, those small combos are going to be doing a lot more work. And as Bartek had a 150 combo, he just dropped it, but it was doing some work. His lead is now about 50,000.
And both players going to see the score difference there at the small break. So they're going to know exactly what the situation is, that angelkanna needs to make up that score difference and needs to find that extra bit of score. Bartek actually finding a miss in that section on the smaller square jumps isn't going to help that case for him. Not going to help him keep the score lead he already has, but angelkanna finding another miss there is going to negate any chance that he had of bringing it back.
angelkanna is really going to need to bring back some combo here if he wants to take this pick, as we've reached the last 40% of the map. That 50k lead from Bartek isn't going anywhere. But as Bartek continues to break and angelkanna's combo approaches 150, he's going to start to reel the lead back in. It is down to 20k. And another break from Bartek means that angelkanna is going to take the lead.
A big combo during that ki time doing work for angelkanna right now. Holding on through a ki time in any of these songs is such a big deal, and now closing in on that 3/4 mark during this breakdown section angelkanna closing in on 60, 70K score lead at the moment, still holding on to the combo after that breakdown streamy section and looking much, much better than near the start of the map. Almost 100,000 score up now.
That 300 combo doing a lot of work for him as he approaches 400. His lead is 100K now, and he does drop that combo, but that lead isn't going to go anywhere for the rest of this map. I think angelkanna has comboed enough to comfortably take this pick.
Yeah, with only 30 seconds left, this score lead is bound to be preserved, and angelkanna is bound to tie it up 1-1. A solid first pick from both of these players to start us out, and I think an expected result from the first two maps. Bartek winning the hidden map and Kanna winning the hard rock map, exactly as you would expect from these two players who definitely tend to specialize a little bit more into their respective mods.
Yeah, hidden hard rock, of course, going to be the battleground for these players, and angelkanna taking his first pick. The pick's going to go back to Bartek, and I think that Nomad 6 is looking mighty tasty if I'm Bartek.
Well, I think we know exactly what mods each of these players are picking into through the rest of the match here. Probably seeing some hiddens and maybe some Nomad 6 picked up from Bartek, and seeing some hard rocks picked up for Kanna. Those last two picks more and more likely to decide the matchup overall, I think, as a lot of these maps already are pretty well decided, including this Nomad 6, Silver Temple. This map is AR6. Bartek is pretty solid on low approach rate reading, should be able to get a pretty good score on this map, especially in comparison to Kanna, who really specializes more in the hard rock and the higher approach rates than he does into the lower approach rate reading like this.
Yeah, I think this is an absolutely great pick for Bartek. I think it is definitely something he's going to be a lot more favored on. As we get into the map, we see angelkanna finding a lot of early misreads, down at 65%. The difference in comfort is definitely very obvious into the beginning of this map.
Yeah, the difference in comfort on this map is immediately apparent as we see 55% accuracy for angelkanna and 92% accuracy for Bartek. You know, maybe not holding on to the same type of score as BYOC was on this map, but it does not really matter. As long as you can competently play this, you're probably bound to beat your opponent, because this is that type of map. It is so difficult to read properly. Even looking at this map in the editor, you can still very easily misread some of these patterns with how heavy the overlaps are and how often the rhythm changes between 1-4 and 1-2 in this map.
Yeah, this type of map, I would kind of compare it to speed in a map pool sort of sense, where sometimes just being able to play it is just enough to be able to beat your opponent, and we're seeing that from Bartek right now. But he does have a very strong combo, actually. I'm not going to try to diss him here. He had a 250 combo. That is very strong, approaching 400K score.
And you can see exactly what happens when you're not comfortable on this approach rate over on the right-hand side of your screen. Angelkanna just not comfortable on the map, and it is obvious. Unfortunately for him, Bartek is going to make short work of this one, already above 400K, 2/3 of the way into the map, and I don't see this score lead going anywhere anytime soon. Bartek with a pretty phenomenal play, all things considered. 400K plus on this map is very, very good. Being able to properly read patterns like this with all of the overlapping aim patterns that double back on themselves is so difficult.
Yeah, meanwhile, if I'm angelkanna, I might be wanting to ask the professor for a curve on this one. 41%, not really enough to pass on this type of map against Bartek, as he takes his second pick, nearing 500K, very strong score.
Nearly 500K by the end of it for Bartek, a very, very solid overall score for him, and more than what was needed to take that point by a wide margin. Bartek putting up probably one of the better scores on the weekend that we'll see on that map. I think as people learn it more and more, we'll see some better scores on it, but definitely within round of 16, I think that's going to be one of the better scores that we see on it, as that map's pretty hard. That map is very, very difficult. I personally identify with angelkanna on that one.
Yeah, the type of player that can play that map is few and far between. Bartek getting almost 500K, not going to be really many players who can beat that, apart from BYOC, of course, but yeah, okay. Pick goes back to angelkanna, Still 2 hard rocks left. Gonna see if he decides to opt into any of them or any of the 3 remaining double times. But Nomad 5 is also there. He can pick that.
Do you think he's picking hard rock or hard rock?
Hard rock.
Ah, I see. I see. I see. Very, very interesting analysis.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Hard Rock 2 or Hard Rock 3 are the very obvious choices right now. I think probably Hard Rock 2, it's likely a safer pick given that it is the precision map. But no, actually Double Time 2, we're going with one of the other high approach rate maps in DT and the long stream DT pick. He did not pick Hard Rock or Hard Rock.
Yeah, he picked Double Time, so guess I'm very wrong. This map by BYOC, custom for this tournament, features some very long streams on a very good song. And once again, we can see the difference in comfort early on into the map. angelkanna up in mid-98s while Bartek is down at 93. Shows that this is just the type of map that angelkanna loves to play. Very good map for him, I think.
Both of these players actually doing very well on this map so far, but unfortunately Kanna just way more comfortable with this BPM. It seems like 98.5 accuracy for him, and despite the combo break there, he's still looking at an 80,000 score lead or so at the moment, which doesn't seem to be going anywhere. Bartek seems to be adjusting a little bit to this map. After the intro, his AC is actually going up, which is usually the opposite. This map is one that gets harder over time, harder and harder as the map goes on. So the fact that his AC is going up is very promising for the rest of this map. We'll see if he can kind of claw some of this back, but going very well so far for angelkanna.
Yeah, I think unfortunately for Bartek, he's going to have to pray for a break from angelkanna if he wants to get it back, and here it is. Kanna breaks, and Bartek's combo approaching 250. He's going to be able to reel the lead back in. But he doesn't get through the slider part. He's able to bring the lead down to just about 30,000 points, but it isn't going to be enough as angelkanna brings the combo back to equality.
Yeah, far closer than it was before, though. Almost 100,000 score up before Bartek managed to even it out. His AC staying at around that 94 mark, again, bodes very well for this. And both players comboing very well right now, by the way. Just about identical combos, so the first player to miss going to have a really rough time of it. And it is Bartek to miss. angelkanna able to hold on to the combo when it matters near the end of the map here. 25% of the map left, and Kanna will find the break there, but keeps the score lead on his side.
Yeah, and I think Bartek is really going to have to FC through the hardest part of the map if he wants to win this, and that is just looking like it's not going to happen as Kanna brings his combo even higher. He's going to start to take the lead even further. Not much Bartek can do to take back this pick, and I think Kanna is just going to take it.
And at this point, I think it's safe to call it. Just a couple of seconds left in this one. angelkanna going to be able to take the point. 40,000 score for him, and a 2-2 score line for us in the match. angelkanna tying it up once again.
Yeah, I think this map going towards the schedule as of right now. angelkanna taking 2 speedier, more mechanically intensive picks, as Bartek has taken 2 of the more gimmicky picks, and the pick goes back to Bartek. And he's still got a hidden 2 on the board. I think that's going to be the pick. I'm just going to guess right now.
I definitely think that's the pick, and I think afterwards it starts to get a little dicey. You're looking at maps like the Nomad 4, the Nomad 3 potentially, or something like the Nomad 2 if he's not comfortable on either of those. Definitely don't think it's going to be something like the Nomad 5 or the DT3 for him after what we just saw on the DT2. angelkanna able to extend the lead in the beginning and hold on to it at the end. So definitely not speed going as well as I think Bartek might hope it would have during this match. We'll have to see exactly how some of the other speedier maps go, but for now, another low approach rate map, this time in hidden. Definitely a Bartek favored pick, and definitely something where we're looking to him to just close this one out cleanly.
Yeah, interestingly enough, both Wowie maps just got picked in a row. DT2 now hidden 2. I hope Wowie is in here right now. Both players having trouble with the early accuracy. Angelkanna actually with the accuracy lead. Not anymore, of course. I had to say it. But it looks like Bartek is establishing himself more comfortably, reaching at about 100 combo. He's going to start taking the lead even further than what he already had.
Angelkanna, to his credit, definitely a lot better on this map than on the AR6 map in Nomad 6. But unfortunately, still not good enough to compete with Bartek on this one. 100,000 score down, only a quarter of the way into the map, just demonstrates exactly how far ahead Bartek is on this skill set compared to Angelkanna. This is a extremely good skill set for Bartek to keep picking into. Unfortunately for him, we're all out of these types of picks in the map pool. This is the last one, so he's going to use this to get his 3rd point and is going to be looking for that last pick after this.
Yeah, you're right. I think, honestly, the closest thing to Bartek's skill set after this is going to end up being DT4, but only time will tell. Accuracy can once again tell the tale of this map. Bartek up at 94, Kanna down at 84. This shows who's the more comfortable player on this skill set.
I don't think there's too much more to say about this pick. Quarter of the map left. We'll see how Bartek's able to handle some of the other cut streams in the key eye times and some of the slider streams that make their way in there as well. But at this point, the point is pretty much solidified. 130,000 up for Bartek, and no signs of a comeback coming out of Angelkanna right now.
Yeah, at this point, our goal of this map is to jam through the last key eye. Wowie having a very good song selection for his custom maps.
And there's the point on that for Bartek. 3-2 now after that pick. Puts himself up a point once again, but we've got another couple of maps left up for Kanna to pick. 2 more hard rocks left up. DT3 and Nomad 5 also looking good for him after that last DT2 pick. So certainly has the run of the mill with the rest of the map pool.
Yeah, I think the branch off from DT2 is definitely going to be that Nomad 5. I am about 90% sure that's going to be his pick. And if my ears don't deceive me, it is going to be the pick. Nomad 5 Exitium? Did I pronounce that right? I think I did.
Yeah, it's mapped by Chemo, also known as Sarenhide. This is the burst spam and short stream spam Nomad 5. 260 BPM bursts are the name of the game in this map, and it's one of those maps that starts out just about as hard as it gets throughout the whole map. There's not a lot of increase in difficulty in this map throughout the pick. It's mostly consistent all throughout, so what you see at the start is really what you get for the rest of the map. We'll see how both of the players handle the intro to this map, because I think that will end up really determining how the rest of the map goes. And unfortunately for the players, they can't skip. so we will be stuck in the intro for a little bit. Not too much longer left, though. About 15 seconds left in the intro, and then we'll get into it.
Yeah, PPY, please add a skip button. But I think as of other picks, we're going to be seeing the comfort level on this type of map very early on by their accuracies. And Bartek down at 77, angelkanna up at 94 out of the first burst. And I think that's just going to tell how this pick will go. Angelkanna is clearly more comfortable on this type of map.
Bartek has just combo gamed the hell out of angelkanna right now. He has 87 hack and has the score lead right now.
Laser, baby. Yeah, despite that very large hack lead for angelkanna, the lead is technically Bartek's right now. And I guess you could call that the glory or the downfall of Laser Scorpy 2. Depending on which side of that debate you're on. And that break from Kanna. Bartek is going to be combo gaming this. His combo up at 270. He is comboed through those bursts. Lead now up at 30K. Certainly unexpected, I think.
His hack is actually going up as well as the map goes on. He started off with very poor hack down at 77. When we called it out, it was around 87. Now it's just up above that 90% mark. Still down 7% or so from angelkanna, but it doesn't matter. 30K score lead or so in Bartek's favor, all due to the earlier combo that he held. Angelkanna, however, with the combo lead right now, going to be starting to take some of that back. It all depends on how much he's able to hold in the second half. That is exactly the halfway point at that break. So we have the whole second half for angelkanna to try and catch up and take the point on his own pick.
Yeah, I think this less intense section of the map is going to do wonders for angelkanna as he takes a lead back. Combo approaching 300. He's going to try to combo as much as possible because the more he does during this less intense section, the more he's going to take the lead. As it is now about 50K in his favor. Into the last KI. That 400 combo with that break from Bartek is probably going to end this map. 470 combo and rising. Not anymore, but angelkanna has certainly done enough to take this pick. 100K of lead is going to be massive.
I think that just about seals it up. Bartek not able to hold on a consistent combo here at the ending, finding miss after miss here and the consecutive burst section. And angelkanna with that earlier massive combo that he had built up, bringing up a score lead of 100,000 here in the back half of the map is more than you could have asked for from a player who was down 30K at the break, looking very good in the back half of this one and much more comfortable overall. You know, you do see the act up down from 97 or so to 93% right now, but it doesn't really matter. He was able to hold on where it mattered, and he is able to take the point because of that, keep us tied up 3-3.
Yeah, the match has now equalized again. Now at 3-3. Kanna taking the pick.
Boy, we're getting great use out of the crowd view this time around, huh? Well, Miles, we're tied up again. We're back here at Song Select. 3-3, one pick left for each player. I'm a little surprised that two of the picks so far from angelkanna have been double time and speed versus the Hard Rocks, but it does leave up something like either the Hard Rock 2 or the DT3 as a last pick for him. So either of those may be pretty solid. In the meantime,
I think Bartek has already made his last pick. And I think it might be DT4.
I believe you're right. That is DT4 playing in the background. Break Law by Dogblood, met by Melwan. This is the kind of alt-focused double time for in this pool. I believe it is AR8 as well, so no high approach rate reading in this map. It's all about that aim control and finger control. And at only 162 BPM after double time, this is really not all that fast of a pick at all. It's essentially another alt and tech map in the DT pool.
Yeah, but as we mentioned before the match, this is something that both these players can play really well. So as Bartek has ran out of his comfort picks, he's going to have to pick into this map, which I think is something that maybe even just a few breaks will determine. Both these players are very proficient at the skill set, so we're only going to have to see. Into the intro cut streams. Neither player breaks, but both of them break on the preceding one.
Both players finding the break at the exact same time in that section. Angelkanna finding one more break, but the accuracy keeping the score lead alive right now. Extra combo for Bartek should start to bring that over shortly, but for now it's a very slight score lead in the favor of Angelkanna. Bartek needing to hold on right now. This score lead is being as stubborn as possible right now, staying on the side of Angelkanna despite the combo lead and act lead for Bartek right now. There it finally goes over. And we see red team in the lead just barely at the break. 14,000 score for Bartek. And that is just about the halfway mark, by the way. So a second half of the map to determine the winner.
Yeah, despite this small lead from Bartek, the lead is on a knife's edge. A break from Bartek would send it flying back in favor of Angelkanna. I think the next break might just determine the outcome of this map. And as we approach the final KI, though, the slow part is going to favor Bartek. He expanded the lead up to 70K, and a break from Angelkanna is going to be great for Bartek. As his combo approaches 400, his score lead is going to grow massively, up at about 130,000, and he has finally broken, but it has just not mattered. Angelkanna has no combo to support.
At 20% of the map left, and with a 130,000 score lead, Bartek has all but secured this pick for himself. The alt-tech hybrid double time for here working out very, very well for him and setting him up very well for at least a tiebreaker. 4 points for Bartek to the 3 of Angelkanna. The shoe on the other foot now. Angelkanna needing to force that tiebreaker just to stay alive in the tournament.
And wow, Dio, there is just so much action here. As it goes to Angelkanna's last pick, he's going to have to make it work to survive in the tournament and perhaps even force the first tiebreaker.
It may very well be. There's a lot of good picks left up for Angelkanna as well. We talked about those hard rock maps. We talked about that double time 3. We haven't even talked about something like the Nomad 2, which is also not a bad pick for him. But I think we're definitely probably going to see something in the hard rock or double time pool. Anything left up in those two pools looks very, very good for Angelkanna right now.
Just a little theory, perhaps he isn't feeling as comfortable on hard rock as we initially predicted, as he has only picked hard rock 1, and he seemed to have a little bit of inconsistencies on that, especially in the beginning of it. He wasn't as comfortable as we initially predicted for him to be.
I agree there, but at the same time, Bartek definitely not a hard rock player.
Yeah, you're right about that one.
He's not going to have as good of a time on that hard rock 2, especially the near CS7 precision on that map. Something that is absolutely not up his alley, in much the same way that that low approach rate was not up Angelkanna's alley, and he just did not have a good time on it. But I would not be surprised at all to see something like the DT3 get picked up here as a last pick for Angelkanna.
And here it is
going to be that.
DT3, the last speed map in the pool being picked here. Hypnospira, mapped by Ice Ray. This being the AR8 speed map, resembling more of a old style speed map.
All right, Bartek turning on the gamma for this one apparently. It is AR 10.3 for this map, 285 BPM bursts in this map. It is a little demonic how tough the speed is in this one, near 8-star burst for this one. And you can see already how tough this map is
Bartek.
to deal with. And it looks like we got Bartek calling for an abort, so we're going to go ahead and grab that from the referee.
Bartek has apparently crashed. So we are going to have a replay on this map.
So we'll just get the map restarted and get back into it shortly. There shouldn't be any major troubles like we had earlier. This should just be a quick restart, quick abort, and get the map back in again. I'm predicting a tiebreaker for this one. Angelkanna has been very good on the high approach rate picks. He's been very good on the double time and speed picks in general. And despite Gamma, I think Bartek at a disadvantage on paper for this one, and Angelkanna probably able to hold it together during the aim sections well enough to keep the combo together.
Yeah, I'm going to have to agree with you, Dio. Everything you just said is absolutely right in my mind. So it's not confirmed yet, though. We aren't getting Galaxy Collapse yet, though. We have to go through this DT3 first. And even though Bartek isn't necessarily a speed player as much as he used to be, I think he definitely still has it in him to take this pick if Angelkanna does sort of falter.
Couple of early misses for Bartek, but full combo out of the gate for Angelkanna. About 20% into the map, and that is already an 80,000 score lead for him, looking very, very good in comparison to Bartek. 98% to 93 as well, looking super solid at the gate for Angelkanna. We're into the first PI time, though, and this is where the map really picks up. This is where we get those hard sections and where you get some of those longer bursts or consecutive bursts as well. But Angelkanna looks to be really comfortable during this part of the map, not showing any signs of discomfort. In fact, the accuracy going up during this part of the map.
Yeah, and as Bartek continues to break, it's almost already a formality. A 200,000 score lead. It looks like we might be going to Galaxy Collapse.
Can't speak too soon. We are only halfway through the map right now. But this is a big combo lead and a big score lead for Angelkanna. It would take disaster for him and a miracle for Bartek to swap it over to his side. That is 600K already for Angelkanna, still holding the full combo on this map. And this could also potentially be the first full combo we see in the tournament so far, if he's able to pull this off.
But he does find a break on the 1/3. We aren't going to see an FC on this map. And Bartek has reestablished some combo, especially as Angelkanna has broken up again. Hold up, guys. 300 combo, 160K score, 50 seconds left in the map. If Bartek FCs the rest of this, he might be able to take it back.
We may have spoken too soon in this middle of the map here. Angelkanna still able to hold on to good combo during this part, though, and still able to keep that score lead at bay for the moment. There's still 30 seconds of map left, and if Bartek is still able to hold, this is going to mean the score lead swapping back over. He's able to take it at the ending, and he's able to swap the score over. He finally breaks. Kanna breaks as well, though, and that is going to be it. Bartek is going to win the pick. He's going to avoid tiebreaker, and he's going to win this matchup 5-3.
What a match, guys. Bartek clutching out the massive combo in the ending. He's going to be taking the match 5-3.
That was an incredibly close match. The power of Brazil compels him to win at the end, though. He's able to clutch it out right at the end. Almost the win for Angelkanna as well. If he had held onto the combo at the end, he could have brought it back, but just not meant to be. And unfortunately, we avoid our first tiebreaker. We avoid our first FC, but Bartek is able to make it into the quarterfinals and keep his second seed position alive in this bracket.
Still, at the end of the day, massive props to Angelkanna. He came in as the 15th seed, brought Bartek almost a tiebreaker, and gave us probably one of the best matches of the tournament so far.
That's going to do it for us for now, though. We'll be back soon with Okinamo versus Ninarik. Seed 7 versus Seed 10, another very close matchup to come between these two players, and one you don't want to miss. We'll be back soon.